The other reverb you have access to during your production stage is actually built into an effect that we've already looked at, which is the Boogex. So if we want, we can bypass this cabinet sim. We could put the dry mix up to 100 here on the amplifier, and then we have access to the reverb down here at the bottom. I've also gone ahead and added a chorus to this sound, so without and with. So with this reverb, very similar to what we looked at in terms of the controls and their names, but the sound is going to be very different. And that's true with every single reverb that you get. A lot of times the settings are similar, but the sounds can really vary from one to another. So we have pre-delay, and with this pre-delay, you just can't set it as extreme as the other one. And then with space here, this is something we didn't see in the Tal reverb. This is actually going to change the density of the delays. So algorithmic reverbs work by just creating a lot of really short delays that are all kind of changing and interacting differently, kind of like what you'd have in a real space with the sound waves bouncing off of the walls and then combining and, whatever the phase differential is there. That's what this is going to do with the space. So you can either really densen them up and create something that's a little bit more like a flanger, or if you increase it, you're going to smooth it out basically over time and create some more separation between the delays. And then here we have a time control. So before, when we were turning the time control on the Tal reverb, you could kind of imagine it turning both space and time, but here time is independent. So you have a stereo width control, and with this stereo width control, it's not just affecting the reverb stereo width, it's actually going to change the width of the entire signal. So be aware of that. So if we pull this all the way down, we're actually going to be monoing out the signal plus the reverb. And then gain is just going to set how much reverb we're bringing into the signal. So it's not like a dry wet control where we have a balance. It's actually just how much of the reverb signal is coming in. And then, of course, we have an EQ that's on the output, but this EQ is, again, impacting both the original sound and the reverb. So we can't, at least in this example, process our reverb separate from the original sound.